playing receiver for the Saints Thursday night? You are. That's right. You, whoever watching this podcast, get down to the Dome ASAP. Thomas, hit that intro.
Welcome to Saints Happy Hour Podcast. We never skip a drink day.
Budrich wants to know how the doctor's doing.
That ended.
Now grab a drink and enjoy the show.
All right, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Saints Happy Hour Podcast. As always, we are presented by Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey. I'm Ralph Marlboro. We are joined by everyone tonight. Kevin, Dave, Andrew, Thomas running the show back in Poland. Special Wednesday edition, night before the Saints play. On tonight's show, are the Saints... Is this going to be the worst offense we've ever seen in our entire lives? Is Dennis Allen coaching for his job? Plus, Thomas is going to insult Dennis Allen in Polish. The hotline has needs, and we are going to preview the Saints Broncos. As always, if we reach $100 in donations, I'll drink something horrible the patrons have sent me. Andrew, out of respect and previewing the disgusting game that's potential next week, I have Long Island iced tea and dill pickle vodka. So I could do them if we get enough donations for both. I can do back to back. Boom, that would be extra disgusting. Dave, I want to read you some stats on the Saints defense. Baker Mayfield.
Before you get started, I have a question about the intro. How come on the intro, the one soundbite that we play is of Kevin's love life? It has nothing to do with the Saints or anything. We just go right into Kevin's love life on the intro.
Producer, what do you have to say for yourself?
Yeah, Thomas, what's up with that?
We need more, I think.
Yeah.
That is a squeaky chair.
Yeah, I know.
You might need some WD-40
Put some Uncle Nearest on that thing.
in the crevasses.
So
I finished the Uncle Nearest.
Wow.
No, you didn't. Really?
You needed that for tomorrow, Kevin.
That whole bottle you already drank?
Yeah.
When? You don't drink that much.
I mean,
I don't.
It's October. It's the middle of October.
Jesus.
I mean, I made it 6 weeks.
Yeah.
That seems like a long.
Okay.
Not that long.
So, Dave.
Yes. Give me some stats. Hit me with some
Baker
stats.
Mayfield threw for 300 yards against the Saints, but only completed one pass that traveled 10 yards in the air. The Saints are last in the NFL in yards allowed. It was the second highest total yards in a game in team history.
Really?
590 against Tampa. Second highest. Minnesota, 2004.
Whoa.
In case you were curious. And they missed 15 tackles.
Oh,
So
I
I
remember that
say-
Minnesota game.
So I say to Dennis Allen, Thomas, hit the clip.
Wait a second, which clip?
The the clip, the thing.
I'm guessing it's. If I'm guessing it's Office
Oh, I
Space,
know, I know which one.
What would you say you do
What
here?
would you
That
say
would be-
you do here?
That's the one. That's the one.
And you called a shot.
I was confused about the clip. I thought
I
you
love
call,
that. I
you
love
should
that.
call it a soundbite. Come on, man.
So I say to you, Dave, is Dennis Allen coaching for his job tomorrow if the defense does terrible and gives up 500 plus yards? Is he getting fired Friday?
I don't know. We talked about this on the last podcast for the patrons where we talked about the injuries. I don't think I don't know whether Dennis Allen gets fired this season at all. I'm not sure Dennis Allen gets fired after the season.
Really?
I didn't know we were going to be asked this. I would have I would have had Thomas queue up my own sound bites and my own evidence because I think that I thought Mickey Loomis said recently as yesterday, maybe.
Gotta look past results.
Yeah.
Gotta look past the results.
All the things that Mickey was saying the other day led me to believe that he's still a ride or die Dennis Allen, that Dennis Allen's not going anywhere and that his job is very secure. Now, obviously, I mean,
I don't know.
That's Mickey's MO. I've never known Mickey to come out and be like, yeah, he's coaching for his job out there.
No, that's not Mickey.
I'm gonna just blame some on DA just cause.
Yeah.
I love that soundbite. But no, I don't. I think he's fine. think
I just want to remind people in 2005, Mickey Loomis said on multiple occasions during the 2005 season that Jim Haslett was doing one of the great coaching jobs in NFL history. Multiple times in 2005, and they still fired his ass in January. So I'm just
but they waited, right? But to your point, they waited until after the season was over, and they didn't fire him mid-season, which obviously, especially given those circumstances in 2005, that would have been ridiculous.
I was gonna say they would have been doing Jim Haslett a favor to fire him at any point before the end,
right, putting him out of his misery during that season when they're, high school locker weight room for their locker room and practicing on concrete. I don't think
he's coaching for his job, but like I think he's done. Like I don't know when he gets fired. I don't think it's after Thursday night. Like you said, I don't think that's like how Loomis rolls.
You think they're going to fire him during the season at any point? I
don't. However, I don't see how he makes it past this one. Like when your defense is ranked 32, I think that's the thing that he could always hang his hat on. Is he's a great defensive coach. Just pair him with an offensive coordinator. Finally, give him someone on the other side of the ball that knows what they're doing. And he's going to coach up the defense, and it's going to be all right. It's all like, it was like Sean Payton. You give him Greg Williams, and it worked. So it's like DA just needs an offensive guy. They had Kubiak. Obviously, they've had the injury apocalypse, but like the injury apocalypse isn't really the reason why their defense sucks. It's really the offense is that this side of the ball that's really gotten hit harder. Yes, they've gotten hit pretty good at linebacker and at safety, but I don't think that excuses the game they just had. I don't think that excuses being 32nd in the freaking league in defense.
No.
And I'll say
that's
this,
just
the Saints defense has been sneaky awful all year. They've been able to they've been able to mask it a little bit with turnovers. And
that's important. Turnovers are a big deal.
And their red zone defense has been good. They've been able to hold teams to field goals a bunch, but like they are hemorrhaging yards. All season long, they've been hemorrhaging yards. And it's been like this bend, don't break thing all season, except like the last couple games, it's like the floodgates have opened.
Yeah, well, Kevin, this is my question to you. Is Dennis Allen said this week, we're going to get the defense fixed. We're going to tackle better. I have a track record of fixing the defense. I believe in myself and I believe in the team, but mostly I believe in myself. Is he right? Is this defense fixable? We've seen him do it before, but it doesn't feel fixable this time. Is it fixable?
Doesn't seem that way. I mean, look, the injuries on defense are not. I mean, look, you're missing Pete Warner, but Cam Jordan is a year older. Carl Granderson and Chase Young, it's like that's that much more you got to put on them. Foskey has had problems, although Foskey is
on the team.
Although Foskey, for the seasons that we've had him, he's been something of a bust.
Safeties,
Shepard and Saunders, it's like, what are we getting out of them? But I think this goes back to your question: is he coaching for his job? I think he's coaching for I think he's coaching for his defensive coordinator.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Position down the line. I think it's a foregone conclusion. This team is gonna be bad the rest of the way, and they're gonna get rid of him, whether it's late in the year or the end of the year. They're gonna get rid of him. But if the defense can't do anything and keeps surrendering yards and points and all this other kind of stuff, he will be lucky to get a defensive coordinator position for his next gig.
You know what, Andrew? Normally I would say he's out of his mind and he's crazy. But if you think about it, if the Saints go 3-14 and they're 32nd in yards allowed, what new coach is going to say to the fans, hey, I have the defensive coordinator that can fix our issues. It's Dennis Allen. Like people are going to be like, get out of here with that. So normally I'd say you're insane, Kevin, but you might be right. You might be right.
I have.
I don't know. I mean, DA has a long track record, and I don't know how like networked he is. That's the only thing I'll say about
true.
DA is I don't know how many coaches are like, I love DA, got to have him on my staff. So I agree with Kevin for that reason. But like, I mean, there's some jobs that like no one will touch, and I just can't help but think some of these teams like the Browns or, like he might have to settle for kind of like a lower tier DC job where he's like set up to fail, Yeah. But I have a hard time thinking he wouldn't land one of those.
Thomas, do we have a donation update? Go ahead, Dave.
Not a lot. Not a lot. I can see the bar here myself. Not a lot. People need to start opening their wallets and donating some money. All right.
Open your wallets. Open your hearts.
That's right. Look, I don't necessarily disagree with the premise that our defense is starting to suck. That's how I would put it. I wouldn't say has always sucked.
I disagree. It's been bad.
Currently sucking. But look, I just want to say, look,
bad.
Do you think that the Saints offense is the 18th best in the league?
Absolutely.
No, we're going to get to that.
No, Andrew, what were you going to say? Absolutely not. Okay, well, they are. By the same metric that you're judging the defense, yards per game, the Saints offense, by the same metric, is 18th in the league, okay?
I think that's padded by 2 incredible weeks to start the year.
I think the defensive stats could be
that hasn't been this offense for a month.
The point is I don't think it's fair just to say, hey, they give up the most yards per game. They're also ranked 13th in the league in point differential. That's a bigger stat to me than how many yards they give up per game.
Clearly that stat lies because they're 2-4.
My point is that you can't just look at a number and say, hey, they suck, and that's lying. And my other point is that I don't think the defense is as bad as Ralph is making it out to be. I think they were certainly better the start of the season, while still giving up a ton of yardage.
Tampa shoved their ass.
But, I'm also looking – I look at this defense. I mean, yeah, they fell apart in the second half this past game. But this is also the same defense that got your rookie quarterback – multiple turnovers in the second quarter and got them to overcome a 17-point deficit and go into the locker room with a lead.
Is Dave
look at the chat.
Dave is he really defending the bullshit we've been watching
for a month?
Tampa every time they ran the ball, 8 yards, 9.
It was 12, bad. It was
7.
It was bad against Tampa.
They poured 52 points on our ass. At no point in the second half did they show any resistance whatsoever.
They had their absolute worst game last week against Tampa.
Folding chair at linebacker, waving the white flag, with the little thing, the flag, letting the bull run past them, waving the flag, daring the bull to just run them over.
You mean a cape?
Yeah, cape.
I'm not arguing any of that, but what I'm saying is that I think that that's a recent trend. It's not a long-term trend that I'm seeing. It's not something that I don't think can't be fixed, especially with Dennis Allen and given his coaching record. I expect him to have to get this maybe a little bit more on track.
I didn't have Dave defending DA on my bingo card. I didn't.
I still think your offense is the problem. Your offense is the damn problem, and the injuries of offense is the problem.
Well, here's the thing. I was going to say, Andrew, this Saints offense, it's not going to have Olave. It's not going to have Shaheed. It's going to be on its 4th string center.
Not Derek Carr. Yep.
Not Derek Carr. It's going to be on the 3rd and 4th string guards. No Taysom.
Yep.
I'm telling you, they might be 18th in yards and whatever in points scored for the year. I'm telling you, tomorrow night, it's the worst offense I've ever seen with the Saints on the field. The stats are from
we're not counting the Ian Book start, right?
I mean, I think it's pretty close. I think it's pretty close. Like,
who's the best receiver on the team right now? Juwan Johnson?
Yeah.
Trevor Penning.
Yeah, wow. I mean, the receivers are Bub Memes, Cedric Wilson, and Mason Tipton. Those are your top 3 receivers.
I think my hard hide guarantee for tomorrow night, Kevin, might just be if any Saint catches a touchdown, I will do shots of hard hide Ponchatoula.
Sure.
Just anybody catches a touchdown. But here's the thing. The Ian Book game, which is like I believe it's the nadir for anybody listening to this podcast.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, you may go back further, but that game, the Saints scored 3 points. They had 164 yards of total offense in that game. Dave, will they do worse than that? Will they get over 165 yards of offense?
No, actually, it's funny. You mentioned, you said something early in the podcast or in the intro or whatever. And I remember thinking that there's no way that this game is going to be as bad as that Ian Book game. I think that, like you said, that's the ultimate platonic form of a terrible, terrible game. And I don't think it's going to be that bad. I think it's going to be a lot better than that. I think Spencer Rattler obviously has way more upside than Ian Book does. And no, I'm expecting, yes, I'm expecting more than that. At least 200 yards, at least.
At least.
I don't think Denver's defense is that. I don't think Denver's defense is like that.
No, Denver's defense is number 1 in EPA per play. They are they are really good. They won't have Patrick Surtain.
What is EPA? What
EPA?
what?
It's like it's expected points per play.
Shut up! Shut up with your made up fucking.
It's like decimal.
Shut up!
It's decimal points.
Give me
telling
real
you, Denver.
Give me a real
Denver
metric
is number 1.
Denver is rated in. Holy shit!
DVOA.
Pull that out of your ass. You're just making up acronyms.
The BBC, give him the BBC,
You know how
man.
people talk about revenge game all the time? I just want to point out that the Denver Broncos roster is absolutely littered with ex-Saints that we're all kind of garbage for us. But you got little Jordan Humphrey in there.
Right.
Revenge game for him. You got Adam Troutman. I'm not a big fish guy. You got Lucas Kroll as the backup tight end.
Wow, I didn't know that.
You got Michael Burton, the fullback, is in the mix. Malcolm Roach, Dave's. We got 2 ex-sons of Dave on the Broncos, Roach and Little Jordan Humphrey. So yeah, I mean, what's
Is Shaq Davis still on the team?
Yeah, no, he's not. What's the
over
under on number of touchdowns for those guys?
So
Sean
here's the thing. So
is putting those guys
1.5.
Yeah.
Exactly. Andrew,
Wow.
I'm glad you brought this up because I mentioned this. I mentioned this on the Patrons Only podcast that I did with Ralph and Kevin. And I just texted you guys right now because I'm putting my money where my mouth is. But on that show, I said, just as you did, Sean Payton is going to come out here and slap the Saints with their own dick. I mean, all those guys are scoring. All of those guys are getting touchdowns. And I just texted you. I put $20 on Little Jordan to get a touchdown.
Anytime touchdown, Little Jordan.
Anytime. I put my money where my mouth is, and I guarantee you I will be cashing that $82 or whatever I'm going to make off that $20 bet. And I said this in the pre-show before too. I don't know how, but Sean Payton is going to find a way to get control of that Jumbotron video board in the stadium. If the same guy is still around that runs it, he's going to grease him up or talk to him. He's going to find some way to troll Dennis Allen in his own damn building. It's just going to be ugly. I'm just telling you right now.
Will Lutz is the kicker too. I forgot that.
Yeah, I forget. And all of them are going to have career days on Thursday.
Dave, you wanted a real.
Go to your bookie. Ralph, go to the gas station. Call your bookie. Tell them to meet you at 10.
That's right. You wanted a real stat and not a made-up EPA play stat. Denver is 4th in points allowed. They give up 16 points a game.
That's good. Okay, well, that's a decent stat.
A.T. Perry's on their practice squad. Do you think he's getting elevated before the game?
He's getting elevated.
No, I think they just wanted him for.
They're gonna have A.T. Perry throw a touchdown pass to Little Jordan, and we're all just gonna vomit.
Yeah, it's just happening. Lube up. Adam Troutman's going to have the game of his life.
That's what I said on the other podcast. Adam Troutman is not going to drop one pass tomorrow.
Oh God!
And he's going to catch a penalty.
That's right. He's going to catch every ball thrown his way.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, that wouldn't be amazing, but I will tell you what is amazing. Hardhide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey is a strawberry flavored whiskey blended with aged wheat whiskey, American light whiskey, Cocktail and Sons, strawberry and lemon syrup, fresh strawberries from Jonesdale Farm in Ponchatoula, Louisiana. It's 86 proof. The whiskey is blended and bottled at the Sugarfield Distillery in Gonzales, Louisiana. You can pick up a bottle wherever fine spirits are sold in Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, Tennessee. To learn more and to find a location to get a bottle near you, go to hardhidestrawberrywhiskey.com. Hardhide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey is supporting Saints Happy Hour all football season long through the draft next year. So support the people who support the show. Grab a bottle of Hardhide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey today. Okay, Kevin, I got this question specifically for you because you are our mock draft aficionado and such, and you.
Yep.
You are.
I just finished one.
You're a vibes guy. Here's the thing: how, as Saints fans, do we survive the next 11 weeks of this and get enjoyment out of the Saints football? Because we love Saints football. We're here. We're going to do the show every week. How are we to get enjoyment out of this season when it's clearly falling apart before our very eyes and it's not even Halloween yet? How do we get enjoyment out of it?
Can we cause chaos?
Well, you can do whatever you want.
Can we beat? No. I'm saying this is what I'm asking. Like, I'm not asking like, oh, is this a guarantee? Anything like that. I'm saying this is what I would look for if I'm trying to enjoy the season. Can the Saints cause chaos for anything? Can the Saints beat the Falcons? Can the Saints beat the Bucs? Can they sweep the Panthers? Can we see something out of Spencer Rattler that says, okay, this is in fact a guy that I want to roll with and give him a year and give him the 2025 season as the starter. So at the very least, we don't have to worry about drafting a quarterback in the first or second round. Can we see something out of Bob Means?
My draft.
I'm interested in some of that shit. Like, is Kendra Healthy Scratch Miller gonna come back from that mystery vortex he fell into and play?
Supposed to be healthy. He's supposed to.
I'd like to see that.
Gonna be.
I'd like to see that so that way I can make a decision. All right, do we have to get rid of his ass? And then we got to draft. I mean, because we're gonna have to draft a running back anyway. Because Kamara's probably not going to be on the team next year. I mean, he's probably not. He's going to have a good year, and it's going to be on a shit team.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going to be gone. This is his swan song. The song is over.
Andrew,
how do you think Kamara would look in orange and blue?
Ugh, terrible.
Might look pretty good. Actually, the funny thing is, how come Michael... Here's the funny thing in all of this. All these people want to keep bringing up Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas got to be laughing about this. Michael Thomas is unemployed. There are 31 other teams in the NFL that, for some reason, don't want to bring a former Pro Bowl caliber wide receiver onto their squad. And I'm going to do the Windhorst fingers. Why is that? Why is that? Okay? You can get that.
Ralph's still buying his jersey for his kid. So these.
Look, if you can get the jersey on the cheap, listen. Michael Thomas was great as a Saint. He really was. He really was. At some point in the future, at some point in the not too distant future, he's going to come back. They're going to have a little ceremony at the Dome at halftime. It'll be, I
don't know about that.
They're going to do something.
They're going to long while.
Y'all can say whatever. They're going to do something for Michael Thomas. It's going to be a nice little thing. We'll all have a Coke and a smile, and we'll enjoy it. Okay, because the guy was productive. The guy put himself out there.
Dave. It pops.
But right now, Michael Thomas unemployed. watch some clown's going to share this with him, and I'm going to get dogpiled.
No, you don't get dog. You don't get dog.
I will. Don't worry. Don't worry,
He
Kevin.
signs tomorrow with a team. Andrew, it's been a while since we've seen the Saints in a shambles, which they are currently. How are you going to get through this? I'm going to get through by drinking and probably another 2 to 3 weeks gambling against the Saints. So it'll be like it's 1999 for me. I'll just drink till I black out and gamble against them. But how are you going to get through this?
I think Kevin touched on this. He gave a number of solid answers, but I think the one that he said in particular is Spencer Rattler. I think if you can identify at the end of the season that he's the guy, and we kind of suffered through mediocrity and misery and losses this year, but at the end of the year, you're like, you see a clear path. Like, yep, he's the guy, and you're on a path to, you get rid of DA. You're on a path to clean up the cap, get Derek Carr out of here. Mm-hmm. You have several years on a rookie deal with Spencer Rattler, and you commit to him and you build around that and a minimum deal at quarterback. That would be terrific if it played out that way. So I'm hopeful. I mean, look, the first game, I thought he had a good first half. I thought the second half was horrible. And look, he looked like a rookie, and it's kind of hard to expect him to do anything else. I would say the second half is about what I expected, given what he had to work with. When he was throwing touchdown passes to Bub Memes in the first half, I was like, oh, shit. Look out. Derek Carr's never seeing the field again. But, it kind of he got a dose of reality and things kind of. But anyway, that was his first start. We'll see how his second start goes. But I think that would be the big thing for me is I would get a lot of enjoyment if along the way to a lot of suffering, there was a conclusion at the end of the year that we have our guy.
All right. People were pretty excited about the Secret Life of Tomasz, the newest episode. They were excited about it. You can be a gold member. You get that. But I said to Thomas, because we were talking about behind the scenes last week, or maybe it was the mailbag, Dave, where we were talking about how Thomas was bragging about how English, there's only like 6 or 7 ways to insult people. But in Polish, it's like the way to insult people and curse, it's like infinite. So I said to Thomas, I want you to insult DA 3 different ways.
Damn, 3 different ways?
3 different ways in Polish. I want you to insult DA.
And go.
All right. We're going to start with the classic then. DA, ty kurwo. That's the first one. Second one. DA ma małego chuja. And the third one.
Mama de chuja?
No. You want me to repeat the insults? Come on, man.
Yes.
Yeah. And then give us one more and then explain.
We're going to get demonetized anyway.
That can understand this?
I don't know, man. Maybe we have some Polish viewers.
Yeah, we might go up in Poland.
So what does that mean? Did you call him like a goat? What do these mean?
I mean, the first one is it's kind of
mother is a goat.
It's kind of difficult to translate. I would say. I would say you can maybe translate it to "Da, you're a whore" or something like that. Second one is easier. "Da, you have a small dick."
Oh. You got anything about nipples in Poland?
Yeah, I was about to say about the nipples. And maybe let me do a quick donation update while we're at it. Brad Knapp, thanks for $10 and becoming the new MVP leader also from earlier. Whoa. Thanks to Biloxi Blues for $5 super chat. And we are on a 61-week donation streak. We are at 15% tonight. And the last insult will be about nipples, you say. Nipples. Maybe boobs would be easier. Yeah. I don't know any insult about nipples. How can you insult nipples, man?
Yeah, they're beautiful. By the way, that was a very generous donation from Brad Knapp, whose house almost went up in flames this morning. Literally, he got woken up at 4:30 to his fence totally engulfed in flames because his neighbor's pool equipment caught fire.
His fence is the same.
Tomasz, your nipples are hideous. How would you say that?
How do you say your-
Twoje sutki są ohydne. I mean, you can say that, but that's a weak insult.
how do you say your nipples could cut glass?
Twoje sutki mogą przeciąć szkło.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone. This has been our Polish edition. Have a great night.
Oh,
Wow, thank you.
Polish insults coming.
Who that go for becoming the new MVP? Let me update the meter.
Yeah, the chart hasn't been updated, so I can't see how close we are.
Because when you super chat, I have to do it by hand, and I was busy with insulting DA.
yeah, right.
Fair.
Yeah.
How do you say in Polish? Your nipples give up the most yards per game.
Oh man, Jesus!
in the league.
With the football terms in Polish. Twoje sutki dają najwięcej yardów na grę.
Yardów? That's how you say yards.
I mean you cannot translate yards, and there's no such word in Polish as yard. So you say yard.
Oh, right. Right, because they don't have the metric system.
Yeah. Right. You don't use stupid made up.
Yeah, I mean, we just for football terms, we just use some original terms usually.
3 yards to
like we say yard. We say yard.
So then your nipples surrender several meters per carry.
Oh Jesus. That's a lot more than 3 insults. Come on, man.
All right, fine.
It is.
Moving on.
So keep the donations coming on. We got to keep the Saints may be in the to the
your microphone.
Donation streak alive.
Yeah, why does
Ralph,
Ralph
with your
sound
mic?
like he's talking in a well?
I don't know.
Did you? Oh God! Did you touch the wire?
Looks like you switched.
You touched the fucking wire.
Damn!
God damn it, Ralph.
We're back, guys. Back in time.
Yeah.
Touching the wire.
Sounds like the audio is coming through your computer or something.
Yeah,
and not through
that's
your
how it
actual
sounds.
microphone.
Sounds like you switched the source somehow,
Yeah.
Rolf.
Are we getting a Kevin Love update while we need to kill time? Maybe now would be a good time.
Yeah.
Now would be a good time. What's
Yeah,
going
we can
on
do
in your
that.
love life, Kevin?
We can do that. Okay, so I've got two stories. The first one was this lady that I saw a month or so ago. Went on 3 dates with her. Things were going pretty well.
Oh shit!
By the
We're
third
going
date,
okay.
by the third date, you're supposed to,
Funny you bring that up.
Oh shit!
you're on the way.
So
Come, you best come.
and not quite. So
Danger.
she messages me while I'm at work
Yeah.
on a Thursday, and she's like, "Hey, I'm making soup tonight. If you want to come over."
Whoa!
Oh,
What is
soup.
that code for?
Whoa!
No,
things are
she
getting
was
soupy.
literally making soup. She was making like potato and leek soup.
Wow, that's classy. Marry her.
So
No, it's not.
soup. So I go over there. I have the
Here we
soup.
go.
Soup's actually good. We're hanging out. Things are going well. We start making out. Eventually, she stops me because she lets me know that she lets
She's got herpes.
She lets me know that her friend is in town.
Oh,
Male or female?
No, her friend is in town.
Aunt Flo is in town. Aunt Flo is in town visiting.
No, got it.
So we put a halt to things. All right, cool. We're just hanging out on her couch talking. We don't even need this. We don't need this.
Angelo was about to play it too.
Kevin.
Nice timing, man. I was just clicking the button.
Kevin, the appropriate response when she tells you that her friend is visiting from out of town, the other response is, "There's other things we can do." Like that's that you gotta start being suggestive.
No, because listen, it's called.
And then she dumped him
for the story to be told, Dave. So we're hanging out,
Bring the
and
music.
after a little while, she reveals that she is a virgin.
Oh, what?
Oh, shit.
Whoa. Is she our age?
She's 37.
This is number one bullshit.
What a bullshit,
wow.
man.
Wow.
So
Never mind. Don't bring the music back.
So I'm sort of sitting there on the couch.
The people in this country.
I'm sitting there on the couch.
Is she very religious?
Oh, deception!
There's a whole hang on a second.
Good cook or good doctor, doesn't matter. Let's get Kevin a wife.
Kevin's future wife. Thanks for $20 donation. We are
appreciate
more than
it.
halfway there.
We
Also,
need
thanks
the
to
money.
Jason
That's good.
Champagne for 283 super chat.
Thank you.
All right. So all kinds of backstory and history why she.
Yeah. There's backstory and history.
Yeah.
Short is she's a virgin and she is. I'm just like stunned. Like I'm sitting there on the couch, frozen.
Has she ever come close?
How would he know?
I didn't.
What kind of question is that?
I was asking
a doctor or a nurse.
No, she actually wasn't. She actually is a nurse.
Of course she is.
Of course.
So I was asking questions, trying to make it make sense in my own head.
That's where I would go. Right.
And then eventually, I was there for like another 45 minutes, and then eventually, I got up and left.
Wait. Why? Because she was a virgin?
Because I was freaked out.
What do you mean, why?
Like, I was freaked out, and then ultimately, I was just like, you know what?
Because that's a red flag? Because you see that as a red flag? Like, what's wrong with this girl that she's never...
No, it's a lot of pressure, I would imagine. Like, if you're gonna be the one, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure.
But at our age, what do you care? Why would I don't understand why
man,
you...
What do you mean, why do you care? That's the point, is you're supposed to care.
You're
I don't
supposed
know,
to.
Kevin.
That's a lot of pressure.
I
a
feel
lot
like
of pressure.
not having anyone else to compare you to would be a win.
I mean, that's
No,
multiple number one picks.
Either you think you're going to be... Either you think you're going to be serious with this girl and you might be the only person she's ever been with, or you do it and you date a little while or whatever, and like I don't know. I don't get the pressure thing.
That's a lot of... That's...
I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of baggage.
First of all, she would be
pressure.
She would be very lucky if I was the first. I mean,
Okay,
that's
I
great.
have one more question.
That's how I'm going into it.
Best 90 seconds of your life.
That's my headspace. That's
Kevin,
my
was this
headspace.
one of those situations where did she reveal like this hasn't happened to me yet in 37 years, but like I'd be fine if it happened next week? Or were you getting a sense of like, oh yeah, I'm holding out for
No. This was not a holdout. She was like, if this happened next week, fine. If it happened in a month, fine. She was cool. She was like both. She was fine whenever it happened, and she was also fine with the fact that she was 37 years old.
Did she know you were shook? Did she know you were shook?
Oh, she could, brother. You look at me. She knew I was shook. She knew there was an issue.
See, again, Kevin, you see,
This is happening. Lube up. No,
you're part of the problem. No, listen to me.
I'm part of
You're part of the problem.
Bullshit, I'm part of the problem.
See, she probably goes on all these dates. She has these conversations with all these men, and all these men just get up and leave, just like you did, because they can't handle it, and they're too much of a wuss to just do it. Like me, if I was me, I'd be like, let's just go. Let's just take care of business. Let's pop it. Let's pop that cherry.
That's pressure. That's pressure because you know what? I don't want you being the quarterback of my football team because you can't handle pressure. That's horseshit. You have to think about the implications of things. It's why you choose to take the points instead of going for it in situations.
She made you
in fairness, after this offensive line kills both Rattler and Jake Haener, I think Kevin's next on the list to play. So he might have to quarterback your team.
Yeah.
Right. Well, no way, because he can't handle the pressure. Don't put him in.
I think she probably lied. Come on, man.
It's fucked anyway, so I can't quarterback. I'll be handing off.
All right. So you have not talked to her since.
So I ended up I ended up sending her a message like the next day, basically saying, "Hey, like
I feel bad.
I think
for
you're
her.
cool and everything, but I am not emotionally capable of being that guy for you. Like I put it on me. I put it on me. That's only fair.
Jesus.
I put it on me. Yeah. And she was a little annoyed at first, and then and then that was kind of it. And then a couple of days later, she messaged me and was like, "Hey, I appreciate you being honest. Thank you for that. You know, best of luck, all that kind of stuff." So
she
it ended fairly well.
Another man wouldn't sleep with her.
Kevin, I'm disappointed in you. You needed to come up with a game plan. You needed to come up with a game plan and woo her.
I am perfectly fine with how that worked out. I'm perfectly fine with how that worked out.
So
then there was another date?
Let me ask you this, Kevin.
Yeah.
If 2 weeks go by and she's like, okay, like did the deed, can we date now? I like met some other guy. It's done.
No.
It's dusted. Now I'm good to go.
Yeah. Good, great
She
question.
met Dave.
No. I mean, it's no. I appreciate the question. It's a nice follow-up. I didn't even hear that because I'm trying to answer the question.
He popped it and now you're ready, right?
I'm saying no because, like, ultimately,
Dave warmed her up for you.
Ultimately, I wasn't feeling it.
Okay.
Ultimately, I wasn't feeling it.
Aldo
Dave
Mourinho
warmed the
says
tires.
absolutely. Aldo Mourinho said you made absolutely no adjustments, just like Da.
Okay, so
I don't know. I feel like
I felt like there was another girl.
Yeah.
yes.
Another date.
Oh,
my
yes.
God.
Also a virgin.
Make this one a little bit quicker because Ralph apparently.
Well,
got his mic issues figured out.
jackasses kept interrupting Dave. I know.
You can't drop a story on us when you got a 37-year-old virgin.
Instead of waiting to the story before asking about random things.
You can't drop a story on us about how you met a 37-year-old virgin. They made a movie about being a 30-year-old virgin, for crying out loud. And
But a man though.
And it was a dude.
Whatever. Okay, well, she's close to being 40, and you met a unicorn in real life. Like this is a unicorn.
Yeah, that's even rarer.
To some men out there, you met a unicorn, and then you just turn the other way, and like this is crazy to me.
No,
we come from different planets. I come from
clearly
Mars,
we do, Dave.
where men are from, and you're from Venus.
Clearly,
I think Kevin's afraid to say, guys.
I need experience.
I think Kevin's afraid to say that there has to be something wrong with her if she's a virgin at 37.
That's what I was thinking.
No,
I could see like you being concerned that that's
there's
a red
nothing
flag.
wrong with her. There's nothing wrong with her. There's nothing wrong with her.
I think Kevin.
You know she doesn't have herpes.
I think what Kevin's saying is that he wasn't that into her. So it would feel wrong to be the guy that does the thing and then like break up with her a month later or less. So I think what I'm hearing you say, Kevin, is that like it's possible that you would meet someone else where it wouldn't be as big of a deal that they're a virgin if you really like them. Like you might let that one slide.
Maybe, but my inclination is I need somebody with experience.
She needs a veteran. He needs a veteran quarterback.
All right, so what's the tweet version of this next date?
I need Mark Brunell.
Kevin's a Derek Carr guy, not so much a Spencer Rattler guy.
No. Mark Brunell. Give me Mark Brunell.
All right.
Yeah, right.
Strong arm, goes deep.
Yeah, right.
So I'm talking to this other lady on the app, and we meet last Friday. She lives in Houston.
Ooh.
But she's going to move. She lives in Houston, but she's going to move to St. Louis, back home to St. Louis, because she's going to relocate for her job. And so she's going to live here. She's going to move here in a few months, and happened to be here visiting one time when we matched. So it was sort of like perfect timing. We met actually last Friday in person. Real good conversation. We had dinner, then we went to the art museum, and then I drove her to the airport so she could fly back home. We've been texting and messaging back and forth since then. She's going to come back in 2 weeks. Not this weekend, but the next weekend. She's going to be back in St. Louis. Some of that is work related. Some of that is work related, and then some of that is me related. In fact, on Sunday night, she had messaged me and was like, "Hey, I am going to be in New York on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but I'm thinking about taking a stop in St. Louis on Friday. If I can swing that, would you be up for hanging out on Friday for a few hours?"
Is this driving or flying?
Flying. Like
she was going to make a stop in
like you just do a layover in St. Louis.
She was going to do a layover.
But just for you?
Yeah, basically.
Wow.
Oh, she's going to book a separate flight just for you. Okay. How many sexual partners
no.
does this
But
woman
it
have?
ended up. Hang on. That ended up falling through because work shit was going to keep her in New York longer than she wanted. So the timing ended up not working out, but she's still coming here the following week. She's still coming here the following weekend. So
And
DJ Andrew.
What does she do for a living?
She works in human resources, but she does a lot
come
more than
on,
that.
man.
She basically describes her job as being a fixer.
Not a nurse. That's unacceptable, man.
For a large company
She works for the mob.
that we would have heard of.
I have no idea.
So she's basically the Mike Ornstein of
She's
the company.
Ralph's bagman.
Right.
She's a fixer. She handles when
She's
people
Michael
are
Clayton.
screwing things up. She has to go fix it.
She's Michael Clayton.
We got to get that. We just lost all of our.
She's
listeners
Mr.
somehow.
Wolf.
No, we
She's
didn't.
Mr. Wolf, man.
Motherfucker, we started getting
this is what they
donations
come
when I
for,
started
man.
telling my stories, and you keep cutting me off.
This is what they come for, man. Do you think they want to hear about who's going to be the Saints
Kevin's not coming
guards
anyway.
for tomorrow?
Yeah, you think they're excited about Mason Tipton catching 2 balls for 14 yards tomorrow night?
Ooh, Jamal Williams is going to go 2 for 6. That's going to be great. Expert analysis. Wow.
That's a lie. That's a lie. They would never give Jamal Williams 2 carries.
Yeah, that's outrageous that they would give him more than one carry. That's crazy talk.
You know what was crazy?
I don't know about you guys, but Jordan Mims dropping a ball in the flat, I am here.
I'm pumped about it. I am so pumped for those 3 Kendra Miller carries for 18 yards, and then they go to Lisa Salters and they say, Kendra Miller, he hurt his groin. He's questionable.
He's got a concussion.
So the hotline
Is it
this week.
hotline?
Wait, before the hotline, your boy
Donation
Alan
update.
in
We
the
gotta
chat. Your boy Alan in the chat. Kevin is dating the female Mike Emmetrout from Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. Also, donation people. We're close, but we're not that close. Start fucking donating more money.
Donation
Jesus Christ.
update.
You cheap bastards.
I'm doing the
Stop being
donation.
so
Shut the
poor.
fuck up, Dave. I am.
Insult them, Dave.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Open your
Dave.
wallets, open your heart. Thomas, give us the donation update. How far away?
All right, we are a little bit more than $40 away. Who That Golfer is in the lead, tied with Kevin's future wife at $20. Second place, Brad Knapp with $10.
We're $43 away, folks.
Yeah. So the hotline, 16 calls. The uncensored version is 9 minutes long.
Wow.
Dave, this hotline, like this game, is a story of 2 halves. Your son called, so that was nice. Plus the usual suspects: Budrich, Jason Champagne, Justin J, and Chris Moss. And most importantly, a fan favorite has returned, but I won't spoil which one. I won't spoil it for you. Thomas,
We
play
got
that
a
one.
lot. Is it Boston? Is it that cousin from Boston?
You can guess. You can take a guess before I play it, Dave. Who do
My
you think
guess
it
is it's either Boston or it's Sean Payton's balls. I'm kind of hoping for Sean Payton's balls too.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear the hotline.
It's time for this week's hottest takes from the Saints Happy Hour Hotline.
Hey, calling in the first quarter, we're already down 17-0. Oh well, Saints fans, we'll always have that first magical Rattler pass when our dreams seemed unlimited.
Yeah, I'm calling again because Holker could have just got a touchdown. Kevin just could have won. I mean, that would have been it. That punter. Kevin would have had it.
Troutman, car hater here. How about them boys? Man, looking good with the picks. I'm sure Andrew's loving Baker just completely melting. This kind of feels like a Saints game with Carr just throwing picks after an amazing first drive. Speaking of which, I don't need to see him anymore because he just threw a touchdown to Bum Needs. Who dat? Let's go. Adios, Carr. Yeah, Derek Carr, hi. This is LinkedIn's customer support team. You've used up your daily allotment for quarterback applications on the website. Please go yourself. Goodbye. Hey, Dennis Allen. This is LinkedIn's customer service again, calling for you this time. Just wondering, what the do you absolutely actually do here with the Saints? Because defense is completely shitting the bed. Just FYI, you might want to update your resume and get the out of here.
Hey, it's Dylan again. Spencer Rattler needs to start over Derek Carr when Derek comes back. And that's really it. And we need to stop getting our players injured. And remember, the most important position in football is the long snapper. Bye.
Hello, boys. It's your cousin from Boston. Yes. Well, 2025 is really not the year for your team or my team. Both our teams were at the top of the mountain, and now they're going to Shitsville. We were riding high in week 1, ready for Super Bowl tickets in your town, and now we're getting our ass kicked like it's nobody's business. You guys have got to get rid of Dennis Allen. Dennis Allen's going to Dennis Allen. We got Mayo, who's about as exciting as the condiment on your hamburger. Anyway, we got 40-plus dropped on you. You got 50-plus dropped on you. Let's just say this. Season's over. It's gone to shit. We got to rebuild new culture. And, hey, guess what? We got the election to look forward to. Take care, boys. See you in 25.
I'm doing the Justin Timberlake meme for people and just.
I love it. I still don't understand why he calls. He's not a Saints fan. No. And I'm not sure why he listens to us.
He started calling to bang us about the Patriots last year, and then
I know, but he obviously listens. He obviously listens because he got the new number somehow. Mm-hmm. So he's been listening at least recently. And I'm starting to think maybe he's a time traveler because he was saying 2025 was not a good season for either of our teams.
We
haven't gotten there yet.
Well,
so
look,
I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried about another year of this shit.
Timestamp on this.
I'm worried we have another year of this shit ahead of us.
Yeah,
that might be your answer to whether Dennis Allen. Well, that might be your answer as to whether Dennis Allen's getting fired this year.
Oh no,
maybe not.
He saw the future, and it was DA still here. I want to remind people they have some really long and interesting calls, which Thomas can't include because he wants to showcase as many people as possible on the main show. But they're awesome. We truly appreciate everybody who calls. Just make sure to listen to the uncensored version. It's worth it, and it's patrons only. Become a patron, and you get that.
I might have my son call him this week as Sean Payton's calls.
Shout out to Dylan. The long snapper thing was weird. I didn't really get that. So maybe make more sense.
Is he long snapping, Dave?
But
no, we were. I do have a little.
Take. That was a solid Saints take. Otherwise,
yeah, and sometimes the Saints takes aren't that great. But no, I think he had said that because we sit right behind behind the Saints bench, usually where the groupies practicing or the long snappers practicing or whatever. And Zach Wood, that's our long snapper. He was like throwing passes. Zach Wood, sneaky good arm.
Really?
He was throwing tight spiral dimes. And I know he's just goofing around, just throwing 10, 15 yards, but I was impressed. So I think he had that on top of his mind when he was talking about the long. It is an important position. You don't want to be screwing up snaps. So.
Quick story. I think it sums up the entire Saints 2024 season. I took my son to the game. He consumed 3 Superdome hot dogs. He loves Superdome hot dogs.
And dome dogs. They're called dome dogs. Jesus Christ.
Rashid Shaheed is his favorite player. He runs the punt back to get the Saints in the game. Mm-hmm. He's super pumped about it. He looked me dead in the face and said, "Dad, I hope he doesn't get
on the dome dogs."
No, he says, "Dad, I hope he doesn't get hurt." And
he jinxed it. Your son jinxed it.
Your son jinxed it, and now he doesn't have a meniscus, and his season is over.
It seems the Malbro's stink extends to the future generations.
It does. Who just
played the Tecmo Bowl entry music? That was on point. Well done.
Yeah, the Marlboro
Thomas.
The Marlboro stink.
Yep.
Yes.
Well done.
It's going to go into another generation.
Wait, have they? I think we might have talked about this. Up in the poor section where the poor people sit. Have they have they done any of the remodeling?
Yeah,
Have they done any of the
they
remodeling?
have. They got more.
Do you have like the little grocery store? Do you have like a little grocery store?
No, I didn't see those.
Oh, you don't have those?
We have more food options. We have a really nice bar now. We have the self-serve soda, which is nice.
That's great for diabetes. Great for the people of New Orleans who are already mostly overweight and battling pre-diabetes.
And the bathrooms are smaller, so the lines are longer.
Yeah,
so
we definitely need everybody to be able to access all the Coke they could possibly access whenever they want to. Totally ridiculous. My God.
The alcohol prices are ridiculous, but it's time for
there we go.
Drink it up, Ralph. Dave's uncle in Vegas.
Oh.
Jesus Christ!
My uncle
Jesse
seriously?
$50 donation.
Wait, was that my Uncle Jesse?
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe
who made that donation?
Uncle Jesse.
First time donation though.
Wow. I know. What was the name?
Jesse Roll. Jesse Roll.
Thanks, Uncle Jesse. Love you, buddy.
So, is it Uncle Jesse? Is it Long Island iced tea or is it dill pickle vodka?
Yeah, tell us in the chat.
Percentage.
Or takes Dave.
The dill pickle vodka is only 30 proof, Andrew. I know that upsets you. The Long Island iced tea is 99.
You mean 38% by volume, right?
Yeah. So the Long Island iced tea is 99 proof.
Is Ralph speaking spell for you or not, guys?
He's not. Do the Long Island. I'm from Long Island.
Ralph's internet's been kind of hit or miss all night.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah. All right. So
this is now that we've on YouTube. See, I don't think we would have gotten this donation if we didn't switch over to YouTube. My Uncle Jesse's a big YouTube guy, so.
Cool. All right, so I'm doing the Long Island iced tea.
Shout out to Uncle Jesse.
Yeah.
Uncle Jesse. Does he look like Uncle Jesse from Dukes of Hazzard?
No, he's not in Jesse and the Rippers. No, he's different. No, it's not that Uncle
Jesse. Is that
Jesse.
the Full House Jesse?
Yes. No. My Uncle Jesse's better than John Stamos' Uncle Jesse.
Yeah, I was gonna say John Stamos.
Puke meter is in.
All right, let's go.
Down the hatch.
The Long Island iced tea, I've had it before. It is disgusting.
It's a terrible drink. It's a terrible drink. I don't understand why anybody drinks it. I'm not sure why it was invented.
That bitch, and I'm going to be drunk as fuck.
I don't know why it was invented. I don't know who. I've never met anybody who ever casually orders one at a bar because it's refreshing. It's the stupidest drink. Drink I've ever heard of.
It's for college girls that want to get plastered.
It was when we were kids, but they don't drink that anymore. Now they drink like Borgs.
Aldi Marino makes a good point. My internet shouldn't be bad because there's no porn in Texas now, so I should have more bandwidth in theory.
That's true.
I haven't heard about this. What is that?
Oh yeah,
it's the same thing in Louisiana too. Pornhub, some of the big
wait, give me a quick rating, Rolf.
8.5. 9. It's pretty disgusting.
Ooh, all right.
Like same thing here in Louisiana. Like you got to log in.
The hard
they've shut down all the porn sites.
Well, you have to log in and give your ID and who's doing that? Nobody's.
You have to log in, give them a license or a passport or a phone number, whatever. But I have to say, I have a 9-year-old.
I think that's good. I think that's good.
Their terms are acceptable. I'm totally fine with it having porn locked out of Texas forever.
Right. It's fine.
15 years ago, I'd have been on the picket line demanding my boobies. But now I'm like, it's fine. Just
you should have the yellow files like Kevin.
Wow,
kids,
that's crazy.
Kids, you need to get your porn the old-fashioned way with a magazine. And a flash.
Come on, don't mention that name.
You wouldn't even, where would you even buy that? They don't even sell those anymore, do they?
That's right.
I remember you used to be able to go to the store and they would be behind the solid colored thing, so you couldn't even see the front of the magazine.
Yeah, that's right.
But I haven't seen that in a while. I don't know if that even exists anymore. I don't think you can go to a store and buy a Playboy or.
No, they'd be out in the open at.
Well, maybe where you. I don't know where stores you were shopping.
They'd be out in the open at the newsstand next to Morning Call.
Yeah,
in Metairie.
Oh wow! Okay, that's wild.
I'll have 24 beignets and a penthouse. So let's get to the mailbag. The Saints
Penthouse is not Playboy is more morning. Penthouse is not morning reading. That was way smuttier.
Yeah, it'd be like the woman with the giant.
Oh, I see. I see. Now we're choosing to get judgy. Okay, Dave.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I love it when we're.
I wasn't judging before. I was judging you very harshly for your actions.
Yeah, you were judging me.
I love it when we're all together on the show. It makes it special. The Saints Happy Hour viewer questions are brought to you by Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey. You can pick up a bottle wherever fine spirits are sold in Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, and Tennessee. To learn more and to find a location to get a bottle near you, go to hardhidestrawberrywhiskey.com. They also have peach. It's freaking amazing. Thomas, what's the first question? Oh, I got a finger gun.
I'm waiting for you. Damn.
So what's first up, Thomas?
All right, we had so many amazing questions. It was very hard to choose the best ones this week, I gotta admit. So first question from the usual suspect, Saints Rabbit. He asks, not that it matters much, but do you all think the light bulb went off finally for DA when Todd Bowles didn't apologize for the late score in the blowout?
No, I
No.
don't think that.
No.
I don't think it would have even dawned on DA.
That's why Todd Bowles is a better coach than DA. And we'll get into this when they fire DA, and we're talking about
like you said, when they fired.
No, but people are obsessed with play calling and does Ben? Can he play call? Can he call plays? Can he head coach is so much more than calling plays. Todd Bowles took care of his dude. He we got to get that dude a touchdown. He got that dude a touchdown, and that stuff matters for head coaches. And the more I think about it, DA apologizing to the Falcons was the day it was over for DA. It was over. They should have fired him then. Just saying. Thomas, what's next?
My son had a flag football game yesterday for his school, and they put him in at the very end as quarterback, and he took the kneel. He just took a kneel because they were destroying the other team, and
he didn't have very good fantasy stats.
Did he should have fake kneel down and run
yards rushing.
Yes, I was like, he never gets snaps at quarterback. That's just not his position. He's never. I was like, dude, you should just don't listen to your
team
coach.
decision.
That's exactly. I said team decision. You should have just thrown it. And there was one kid on. There was one kid on his. Yeah, well, there was one kid on his.
Mary, it's a guaranteed touchdown.
Well, there was one kid on his team who was wide receiver who went out wide on the play and was called. He was like, Dylan, throw it to me. Despite the fact that it was a called victory formation kneel out. And I was like, I don't know, maybe you should have just thrown it to that kid. Team decision.
So what is his position?
He didn't get it. But, he's wide receiver or on defense,
cornerback.
Cornerback. Yeah.
What's next, Thomas?
All right, next question. Next question from King Okra. He asks, can you think of a better t-shirt slogan for this team than look beyond the results?
I don't know.
You know what? You know what? I'm fucking tomorrow. I'm going to the game tomorrow. It's a blackout. I'm fucking making that shirt. I'm making that tomorrow when I go to work. That's what I'm wearing to the game tomorrow. It's going to say, look beyond the results.
What it should be is that in big block print, but it should be DA's head is rising above a hedge. and it's that. So it's just like, so it's like this, like
it's like the what was the thing from like World War II with the guy with the nose over the somebody was here. Remember that thing? And it was like that was the thing. You don't know what I'm talking about?
No.
It was old artwork, World War II artwork, and it was
I'm
a picture of the top of a cartoon head and the nose, and it was.
I was thinking
here.
I'd start saying that to my wife when she got mad at me when I didn't do something right. I'd be like, look beyond the results, but I'd be scared that she says, I've been doing that for 15 goddamn years. So I'm scared to say it to her. But look beyond the results is a great thing to say to people. Mickey Loomis has this weird ability to say absolutely nothing, yet inflame Saints fans. Like he could have just said, we need to do better.
Yeah, and I'm going to put it in Comic Sans font.
Jesus.
I'd buy it.
What does the chat say? Somebody's got an answer for me. They know better than me. What does the chat say?
Kilroy was here. No.
Kilroy, yes, thank you. You don't know Kilroy and the image of Kilroy?
No. What's next, Thomas?
All right, next question from Booger MC. That's a cool one. He asks, does Gale have a nipple fetish? And maybe that's why DA still has a job.
Wow.
I don't. Can I be honest? Like, I don't think Gale has anything to do with who the hell the head coach is. I mean, right?
So maybe Mickey has a nipple fetish then.
Right. That was where I was going with that.
Mickey, yeah.
He likes you know what? He likes chewing gum. Maybe he chews it for a couple hours, takes it out, and looks at it, and he's like, "Ooh, that looks like a messed up nipple. I like nipples." And then all of a sudden, it's, wow, I've got this coach that wears very tight athletic leisure wear or athleisure wear.
We're gonna extend him.
Yeah, we're gonna keep him.
I mean, I don't.
Dave arranging his next pickup or delivery, I guess.
I'm
look at the upper right corner, Dave. Upper right corner, Dave.
I don't care that you see that. I'm telling Siri to set a reminder.
Maybe somebody
set a reminder for myself to make that shirt. Oh yes, Kilroy is here. There he is. Right. So that's you want DA to look like that.
No. George Clooney in The Descendants. It's literally just Google George Clooney. Just Google Descendants trailer, and the movie is George Clooney's head is rising above this hedge.
First of all, the Descendants I know is Disney's Descendants. And
this ain't it. It's a George Clooney movie.
Yeah. What's next, Thomas?
All right, final question of the show belongs to Aldi Marino, and he asks, how much of this turducken of pain, which is coaching, players, and cap situation, falls squarely on Loomis? Should Mickey be taking more crap for this disaster, and how long will it take to fix it?
Andrew?
Well, I think we give Mickey a pass because we know he's untouchable. There's no point in complaining about Mickey because it's not like he's going to go anywhere. So I do think that's part of why he doesn't get as much heat.
He gets a lot of heat, I think.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But yeah, no, I think there's a lot. I think it's all coming due. I mean, they always said, eventually the bill comes due, and we made fun of nerds for a really long time, but I think there's a reality that when you look at Tyrann Mathieu, over 30, left the game. Taysom Hill didn't play, injured. Demario Davis looks like a shell of his former self. I mean, the Cam Jordan pick was cool and all, but he looks like he's donezo. So, you've got all these guys that are making the most money on the team. Derek Carr, over 30, injured. So you got all these guys that make the most money on the team. They're all injured or playing poorly. And, those are the guys that the Saints are counting on based on cap allocation to kind of carry this team. And half of them can't even suit up. And the ones that do look like they're they should be retiring. So, I mean, it was going to come due at some point. And I think the problem when you get hit with all these injuries is you need draft picks. You need these young players to come in that have been developed for years, and they step up and they slot in, and it just hasn't worked out. And so I think part of it is poor drafting. Saldiveri, like all of a sudden, like you kind of need to hit on that. Like he needs to be serviceable, right? You got Landon Young playing. That was a draft pick. Like you kind of need to hit on that. You need those guys to be serviceable. That's not really working out. And so I think this team has no depth. I think I think part of it is the cap problem. I think part of it is bad drafting. I mean, it's expensive when you draft Davenport and Foskey and Peyton Turner, and none of them are doing shit. I mean, that's literally 3 first-round picks and a second-round pick that were spent on pass rushers, and none of them are doing anything for the Saints. Thank God Granderson was found under a rock as a UDFA. But anyway, so I think the Saints are paper thin, and they're the most injured team in the league. I'm not sure that anyone could survive this, but the Saints sure as hell can't. And so, I do think this absolutely adds up to Loomis doing a poor job building this roster. But to me, the big takeaway is okay, the offense, your quarterback went out, your entire offensive line is banged up. We didn't think the offensive line was going to be any good anyway. And now it's completely nuked.
Well, here's my
I knew, of course the offense is struggling. But to me, I just keep going back to 32nd in the NFL. Your coach, he's supposed to be elite at that. And
here's my question, Kevin.
Yes.
Obviously, if we kind of are in agreement, DA's more than likely to get fired in January. Mickey Loomis, we say
I don't know if we're all in agreement.
We say he's untouchable, Mickey Loomis, and he's in Gale's will. But is there a scenario where, if he does a lot of changes and he hires the next coach and he fires Jeff Ireland and makes Randy Mueller the head of the college scouting, and that goes bad, could Mickey Loomis not fired, but hey, Mickey, we're going to kick you upstairs to President Emeritus or whatever it is called. And you just play golf you just play golf every day. And we're going to get somebody in here new to run this team.
Doesn't he play golf every day anyway? I think that scenario is totally possible.
He does not, I promise you, because I do play golf every day and he's not out there.
Every day? 7 days a week?
Yeah, usually.
Jesus.
Well, no, wow. The course is closed on Mondays, but usually weekday mornings at 8 a.m. I'm usually the first one out there.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So we'll see. I mean,
me and my buddy Bill Dill. Shout out to Bill Dill.
I mean, the Saints will be on year 1, 2.
There we go.
4 years of no playoffs. That usually gets a lot of people fired in the NFL, especially with 7 people. There you go. The Descendants. Kevin knew what he was talking about.
There it is, yeah.
Just that right there, Dave.
Jesus, you remember something like that, Kevin, from a trailer? Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, he remembers that. Brad Knapp in the chat. Let me know if you want a results T-shirt also to wear to match me. We could be matchy.
You'd be twinsies.
We can be twinsies.
Look past the results.
We still won't look as good as Angela and Daphne that sit behind me, but that's okay.
Oh yeah, where's Angela and Daphne on the hotline? What the hell, man?
Right. I know. I gotta make that happen. Remind me if I can remember tomorrow when I'm at the game. I'll try to get them to call.
All right. So it's time for game predictions. Thomas, recap last week.
Bad ones.
All right, let's look at the recap. So Andrew and Dave predicted the Bucs to win. Obviously not as high as they did. Nobody predicted that.
Yeah, we didn't see that one come.
Plus 1
you
point for that.
You remembered my audible from the Friday podcast?
I remember. I mean, come on,
Thomas,
man.
I hate you.
Man, I told you to stick with your guns. Didn't I tell you that? Come on, man.
Whatever.
All right, so who's the fantasy winner? Ralph is the fantasy winner with Blake Groupie scoring 9 points, and Andrew's pretty hot lately. Juwan Johnson 7.8 points. That nets Andrew 1 point, and we have a draw at the least fantasy points scored with Kyle Granderson and Brian Brizzi with 1.5. And let's look at the current standings. Andrew with
a little lonely at the top.
Yeah, the Juge Empire 13 points. Only Dave is chasing the Juge Empire with 7 points. I mean, when you predict the exact score, you get 8 points, man. So everything can happen.
Is that what he did? He predicted the exact score?
No. Last week he predicted one team score.
Yeah, right.
I think that never happened, or maybe once. The exact score.
Surprising
Ralph,
that we've never done it.
Kevin with 1 point and Ralph with 0. So fortunately, we have no one with negative points this week.
All right,
give me a week.
Good. So everybody gets to play Final Jeopardy.
All right, I'm gonna go first.
You're gonna go first.
I am disgusted with Saints.
You're disgusted.
Disgusted with it. All these people. Oh, Sean Payton, come in here and please embarrass the Saints. Rub your nuts all over DA's face and get him out of here. Blah blah blah. And I miss you so. We miss you so much, Sean. Could you come on back? You were so great. And it's like they forgot that he didn't leave the Saints to take a break. He left the Saints because the NFL found out he was going to coach the Dolphins. He wanted to go coach the Dolphins in 2022 or 2021 and coach Tom Brady. That's what he wanted to do. He didn't leave to retire, to have a break and go on TV, which he was terrible at, by the way. No, he quit the Saints because he wanted to go coach Tom Brady in Miami because the Saints, it got really hard and his offense sucks when it doesn't have a Hall of Fame quarterback. And when it got hard and we needed him to stick around and try to fix it, he ejected on it. He ejected on us. So screw Sean Payton for one, okay? And second of all, Bo Nix is an embarrassment too. He's horrible. Him and Spencer Rattler both should have been third-round picks. And I'm going to tell you, if I could, I would pick Bo Nix as my player of the game because he's going to suck tomorrow night. He's going to suck so much. Every time Sean Payton gets mad at him and yells at him on the sideline tomorrow night, I'm going to do a shot of hard hide. I think I'm going to be dead by the third quarter. Saints are going to win this game 17-16 because
this is why you're in last place.
Because Bo Nix is going to be an atrocity.
This is why you're in last place.
Bo Nix is going to have
You're making these picks with your hearts.
Dave, should I remind you who lost last year? Who was last place?
Was it Dave or was it me?
It was Dave.
See, so shut up.
Yeah, but that was probably because Tom.
People with one arm are speaking, Dave.
Stop making fucking excuses, Dave. Come on.
People with one arm are speaking.
Right, because he dinged me with so many negative points just for acting out.
Right Daved it up.
Bo Nix is going to have, they're going to sack him 4 times. He's going to have 4 turnovers, including an incredibly stupid one where it looks like Denver has the game wrapped up. Bo Nix is going to fumble a snap. Saints are going to get the ball. Spencer Rattler is going to make his only good throw of the entire night. Blake Groupie from 55 yards. Saints 17-16. Blake Groupie's my player of the game.
God.
You picked Blake Groupie last week. Come on, man.
You can't do that.
All right, then
I mean, you can.
Bob Memes.
I mean, you can pick Blake Groupie, but that has to be
Bob Memes.
Bob Memes.
The adopted son I really wanted. Bob Memes. He's my player of the game.
Memes.
Well, I was about to say, why do you keep calling him memes?
Memes.
Memes.
The meme lord.
Bub means business.
Bub. Don't let me down, Bub.
Meme.
All right. Who's next, Thomas?
I mean, who you want to be next?
Presumably me?
Yeah, go, Kevin.
Since everyone's here,
why presume? Oh, because you're we're going in opposite order.
So I really tried this week. I really did. I really wanted. I said this on the pod with Dave and Ralph. I said I was really trying to see how I could find a way that the Saints could win the game. And I can't. I can't. I am tapped out. I don't think it's going to be an embarrassing blowout, but it is going to be a 2-touchdown loss. I've got Broncos 27, Saints 13. My player of the game, and thank God Ralph was a fool. My player of the game, Blake Groupie.
Boo.
Okay.
Dave.
Well, then I guess that means I'm up. I'm checking into my Twitter direct messages right now so I can check to see what I sent.
Damn, I was hoping someone would steal him.
Oh, yeah, no. No, there was going to, because then there was going to be an argument. We've talked all night about this game, about the Broncos and Sean Payton returning, and I'm not trying to be a Sean Payton apologist. I'm not trying to be like one of those whiny bitches that Ralph was referring to on Twitter with his prediction. But I do think that Sean Payton is a better head coach than Dennis Allen. And
breaking some real fucking news there, Dave.
Yeah,
wow.
I know. I don't mean to be incendiary. I know. And I do think that Sean Payton, out of any game on his calendar this season, wants to win this one and wants to really give it to us. I think he would love nothing more. So I'm expecting his A game. I'm expecting touchdowns and big games from all the old guys, all the former Saints guys. We talked about that already. And I think less defense is going to be played than you guys think. I'm going higher scoring than both of you. I'm going to say Broncos 38. But I'm going to give the Saints 20. I'm going to say they can score 20.
Wow, how they can get 20?
I think Rattler's got a little something in him. Ugh. And my vision for Rattler is just that he gets a little better every week as we go on here. And eventually maybe that turns into winning games. And my player of the game, because of that, I haven't picked him yet, and I might as well take him while I can before Derek Carr gets healthy.
That's a good pick.
Spencer Rattler.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Spencer Rattler.
That's a good pick.
Yeah. I don't know. Andrew?
17-13 Broncos. I'm kind of kicking myself for not giving the Broncos more, but I'm kind of with you, Ralph. Like, I don't think Bo Nix is that great, and I'm banking on the fact that DA is embarrassed and he is going to fix the tackling. And, I will say, like you asked earlier in this podcast, is this stuff fixable? And yeah, like tackling is football 101. So of all the issues the Saints have, the penalties and the passing game and guys running into each other and guys falling down and missing tackles, like that's stuff you can clean up. So I'm hopeful they can kind of fast track improving the defense a little bit, but yeah, I mean, look, the Saints aren't scoring much in this game. So, yeah, I have 17-13. I actually was going to pick all three of the guys that you selected. That was like literally it was my 1, 2, 3. I had Memes was number 1 on my list. Groupie was 2. Rattler was 3. And boom, boom, boom. You just knocked them all out. So now I'm like adjusting on the fly, trying to figure out who I'm going to pick as my player of the game.
I think we should go in this order, by the way. I think we should always go in last to first order. I think that's the fair thing to do.
Give me Foster Moreau. I haven't taken him yet.
Ooh, interesting. Somebody asked this in the chat. It would have been a great question for the mailbag, but I think we need to ask it now. Is Thursday night going to give us the definitive answer once and for all? Who does the NFL hate more, Sean Payton or the Saints? Will the officials?
Thursday night games are a shit show anyway, so I can't take anything out of this. Like Thursday night game, honestly, they shouldn't be putting teams on Thursday night football that have played on Sunday. They just shouldn't.
Yeah.
They just shouldn't.
They should do what it should
The
be.
league keeps talking about how it gives a rat's ass about player safety, but won't force players to wear the bigger helmets or the thing over the little like weird
Guardian
skull cap thing. They don't, they'll make you play a Monday night game, and then they'll make you come and play 6 days later on Sunday. Then they'll make you play 4 days later on Thursday. The NFL doesn't care about player safety.
Do you?
They don't.
Is anybody to me? I know the Saints are going to struggle to get to 5-6 wins. That mean 6 wins at this point may be excessive. To me, either humiliate Sean Payton or win in the most laughably absurd way possible. So Sean Payton is irate after the game and beat Atlanta, and I'll then fire DA on January 6th, and I'll be happy. How do you guys want to win this Denver game as badly as I do? I don't feel like you do. You don't have the burning hatred for Sean Payton like I do.
Oh, are you okay? I'm going to stop you right there. I would absolutely love to win this game. I as much of a gotcha as it would be for Sean Payton to win this game. It's even more so if the tables were reversed. I just do not think it's going to happen. But yeah, no, I absolutely that would be a lot of egg on Mr. Payton's face
when the Saints win,
DA if you lose to the 32nd ranked defense according to you, and I don't know what the EPA says for the Saints offense, but I'm sure it's bad. It would be very embarrassing for Sean Payton to lose to his
Saints
former
win.
team like that.
Saints win
Because Sean Payton did not. Actually, technically, Saints should win this game because the master always has to lose to the younger
well, I'm going to say
apprentice.
When the Saints win tomorrow night, it will be the greatest coaching job in the history of the Saints.
You could say that. I'll let you say that. Sure. I'll let you go ahead and say that. Greatest coach, Dennis Allen, greatest coach in Saints history. How about this? You're talking about head-to-head here. I don't know how often this has ever even happened, where you've had one Saints head coach against a former Saints head coach. I'm not sure if that's ever happened, but this is it. This is the battle for greatest Saints head coach. Whoever wins this game tomorrow, what is the greatest Saints head coach? It's one-on-one match play. Greatest Saints head coach. Here we go. Let's go.
Yeah, because
this
Saints coaches are.
DA has a chance. DA, forget the Super Bowls. Forget 2006 resurgence. Forget the no call, forget everything. DA has a chance right here, right now, to just vault right to the top and become the greatest Saints head coach the Saints have ever had just by beating the previous Saints head coach they've ever had. That's the way it works. This is a bracket. They're gone head to head. Here you go.
If Sean Payton can't beat this version of the Saints, he's completely washed as a head coach, and he's never winning anything in Denver. I'll go on record saying that. I believe that.
You know what? Shame on you, Ralph. You asked whether this is a firing game for Dennis Allen. If he loses this game, he's fired. What about Sean Payton?
That's right.
If Sean Payton loses this game, he should be fired.
Preach. Preach. I love
You can't handle the truth.
I want to win this game so bad. And the Saints, their offense is USFL quality. It really is. Thomas.
By the way, Ralph, your boy Alan reminded us that we dropped the ball. You all should have had Benjamin Albright on to ask Payton. How it's going with Sean Payton. We fucked up, man.
We should have.
Wait a minute. Do we have an update on how those two are getting along in Denver?
I don't know. Probably not well.
We messed up, man.
Didn't he almost kill himself, Benjamin Albright?
Jesus.
He has serious relationship issues with like multiple women and
that's what it was. Yeah, he had like a meltdown. He had that.
So he's like Kevin. He's like Kevin.
No. He's not. He had Kevin.
Even Benjamin Albright would have banged the Virgin.
Thomas,
this is happening tomorrow.
Lube up. Thomas, thank everybody who donated to the show.
All right, thanks guys for reaching another donation goal. We are on a 62-week donation streak. Thanks to you, and thanks tonight to Jason Champagne, Aldi Marino, Biloxi Blues, Brad Knapp, Kevin's future wife. Who that go for?
Wife.
And for the first time ever, with $50 donation, the MVP, who is... the one and only Uncle Jesse Roll. Congratulations.
Thank you, Uncle Jesse. We appreciate it.
Uncle Jesse. Uncle Jesse and the Rippers. Wow.
Uncle Jesse, if you're not in Discord, tell Dave what you want to be on the whiteboard. Text Dave what you want on the whiteboard, and we'll put it on the whiteboard for you.
And join Discord.
Right now.
And join Discord.
Text me what you want on the whiteboard.
So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the show,
you might want to wait until the game tomorrow is over.
That's right. Yeah. If you enjoyed the show and we made you laugh, which we did, the Kevin Love update was just chef's kiss. Perfect. Consider supporting the show by going to patreon.com/Saints Happy Hour. Give us a shot. Every little bit helps make the show a little bit better. And don't forget to follow us on all our socials and wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks to Dave, Andrew, Kevin, Uncle Jesse, and Kevin, and Tomasz, the best producer on earth, running the show back in Poland. We will see you after the Saints game tomorrow night. Until then, the bar is closed.